crew. Hope you are doing okay in the hell realm. And I've been thinking lately, I've been delivering too many shit sandwiches, so it was time for a laugh, a good old belly laugh. And there's nothing better than the New Age reviews. So it does lighten my channel somewhat when we can have a laugh at this stuff, because it is insane the things that they have managed to get people to believe, that this place is like some kind of new earth and it's all love and light. And I mean, really, it's incredible that people believe this. But of course, and I repeat the same things, it makes people feel good. People have got a lot of trauma. I'm not criticizing people that fall into this, because it feels good. And but it is important to break it down and destroy the New Age and its concepts, because if you don't wake up to the New Age deception and you are heavy into that, it's going to be used against you at the point of death, where they're going to show up as guides, angels, whatever it is, whatever New Age thing that you were hooked into. So just like religion, we need to break free from all of this stuff. This is why it's so important to work this stuff out now while we're alive, so we don't get hoodwinked when that time comes. So anyway, before I go on, guys, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget, guys, you can check out my work, my course. I've got my live Q&A tonight. The training's ongoing with that. If you want to join, go to my website, transcendingtimes.org. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I am reviewing Lorie Ladd. I've done Lorie Ladd before. And the video that I reviewed originally is really shadow banned. You can still find it. And it's a few years since I've looked at Lorie Ladd, but she is what I would describe as one of the central cult member New Agers. So you have the likes of her, Magenta Pixie, who's the other one? Laura Eisenhower. These are all very prominent. They have huge followings. Lorie Ladd's got 184,000. And I believe that this kind of inner ring, I think they know what they're doing, because there's certain New Agers that they just fall into it and then they repeat what they're told and all of that stuff. But I think these people definitely are part of some kind of centralized web pushing New Age concepts. Although the interesting thing is that apparently she has now turned to religion and Jesus and everything like that. And a few of them are doing that. Some of these New Age influencers are flipping back to religion. And I am wondering why that is. Is it because people are realizing that the New Age is a scam and they're not falling for it as much? So they need to flip people back into religion. I don't know if that is the case. See, I said recently, I think it was on my Hopium video, they don't care like what concepts that you're heavily into, what saviors you're into, whether it's Jesus, God, angels, Trump. And I believe these people are pushing Trump heavily as well, who's just signed the Genius Act into play, which I did a video on that, which is all about digital currency, CBDC, stable coins, all of that stuff. So they don't care what savior program that you fall into or you believe, just as long as you believe one of them and you don't you start to embody your own sovereign energy and walk your own path. So I don't know exactly why these people have flipped. I would like to think that people are waking up from the New Age, but I don't know exactly, because it's not just me calling these out now. There's a lot of other people that are doing it as well, and rightly so. So we can only hope that this is the case. But I don't know what this video is going to be about. It says heavy energies right now. Probably they're going to say that she's going to say it's ascension symptoms or something like this. There's always stuff that I can find that's funny, and we'll have a laugh as we go and see what Lorie has to say.
Hello everyone.
There she is with her Starbucks with the goddess Isis on the front. Just symbolism straight off the bat.
Holy Moses. Wow.
Spiritual Starbucks.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, November 1st, if you're watching this live. Oh my goodness.
It's a little bit older, this one, because the others are either too short or too long. They're either 1 minute, which is no point, or they're like 1 hour. And I can't sit through this stuff for that long, so.
I really felt the call to jump on. Really, I only have a few minutes, but I really wanted to jump on because I just need to share a little bit about the energies right now. If you're watching this live,
the energies. What about the energies? Funny, this was filmed in November, and apparently there was all these energies. I wonder what's changed to people.
Maybe you need this reminder. But it's really, really intense. There's a lot going on the planet right now.
Yeah, it's probably all the 5GEE, soon to be 6GEE. Don't mention all the electromagnetic warfare that we're involved in.
Whether you're feeling it or not, right? There's no judgment around whether you're feeling intensity or not. And
of course, you're not allowed to judge anything, remember? You can't judge, not in the New Cage movement. Because if you start judging, then that means that you start a discernment process and you might figure things out. So they don't want you doing that. I speak about that in my New Age Deception breakdowns on the shorts and the playlist. It's one of the worst New Age deception, this whole idea that we shouldn't judge anything. And I hear it so much from so many people. Oh, well, you're in judgment. You can't judge this. No, I can judge and I will judge, and it's necessary to judge. If you don't judge, then you're going to get tripped over, especially in this realm. And the people telling you not to judge, they're judging you for judging. So they're hypocrites.
I'm not just talking about the United States or the election. I'm just talking about this real heavy energy on the planet. And it's a real strange energy right now.
No shit, Sherlock.
I think it's interesting. We live in a world where there's this deep program that we aren't allowed to talk about the heaviness or the difficulties we have or the challenges.
I'm surprised that she's even addressing this, because normally within the New Cage, you're not allowed to speak about negatives or anything like that, because it lowers your vibration and then you attract more negative things into your life, which is a complete deception. If you ignore negatives, you're going to be subject to more of them. Burying your head in the sand doesn't make things better. But normally these people don't want you looking at negatives, so it's a bit of a surprise that she's even talking about this.
We're supposed to stay positive. We're supposed to find gratitude. We're supposed to, stay in these
bullshit New Age concepts. Gratitude, I can't stand that one. Be thankful for everything. I've spoken before. I get these people with cancer, terminal cancer videos. And, they're going through it with the chemo, like absolutely ravishing their body with chemo and just all these different ailments coming up. And they've got these, and don't get me wrong, I know it's a coping mechanism for people and they've got to try in that scenario to look for something to cling on to, I don't know, help shift their mood. But, I mean, just going through that, and some of these people are young and they've got this gratitude diary, and I'm thinking, wow, you're going through like literal hell, and this is what they want you to do. They want you to feel grateful for being here, and pick the bones out of essentially what is a hell realm, because then if you focus on those small offerings that this realm gives you, and it is the majority of it is trauma and suffering. There's, you can have the odd high here and there. And I've said before, even if things are going well, you always know that something's going to creep up, like whether it be a sick family member, something that the system's going to do. Like, you can't relax. So, but these people want to tell you to be grateful for everything, because if you're grateful for it, then you're less likely to push back against it.
I'm watching my friend's dog. Stay in these like high vibe spaces. And I had a session this morning, and I just want to share this with you because we're shifting into frequencies and times right now where anything other than just being in what is the denial of what is.
What does that even mean? Even being in what is the denial of what is. See, this is the kind of like gobbledygook stuff that I remember from her first video that I reviewed a few years ago. She was just talking in tongue, stuff that wasn't making sense. The other one, Elizabeth April, she does that as well. These people, they say a lot, but it's like none of it makes sense.
And it's not about trying to somehow positive think your way out of it, but instead actually master it. And the mastery of it is realizing that it's not you, and that there's this very, very uncomfortable thing called flow state.
We got a new one, guys. We got a new one. We got flow state. Get in your flow state. I mean, basically, it's spiritual bypassing repackaged, isn't it? She's like, don't look at negatives, but don't do anything at all either, and just be, and just get in your flow state, get in your vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. By the way, a couple of you have asked me to review Abraham Hicks. I did review it a few years back, and it got taken down because the review that I did, she was encouraging people to take the poke, and of course, I pointed that out, and it got taken down. So I will do another one soon. But this is just, I mean, what on earth is a flow state? What does that even mean? You just sit there in la la land. It's just the same stuff repackaged. Just stay inactive. Don't push back. Don't resist. Don't defend yourself.
Right? And how to be in energies that you actually don't have control over. And the analogy I made, so this is for anybody that is really going through it right now in terms of just like, what is all of this that I'm feeling? Why do I feel so heavy? Why do I feel so low? So kind of like, maybe.
Been feeling that ever since 1979 when I came out my mother's womb. I don't think this is just a now thing. I think this is forever thing while you're here.
You just want to sleep in the bed all day like I do, not having motivation, whatever. Maybe life is great, right? Maybe all you want to do is go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. I don't know what your life is like right now.
Don't do that. You might discover something. You might find out what I'm saying is BS if you go down the rabbit holes.
But I want you to imagine this is what's happening to a lot of us. You're a fish in a fishbowl, okay?
Here we go.
This isn't okay. Just gonna not look at the comments. You're a fish in the fishbowl, and you've got a great life in the fishbowl. You have family and friends, and you're healthy. You've got, you're being fed, right? So there's food coming into the fishbowl. So there's gratitude in the as
still in the damn fishbowl, though, aren't you? Can't get out the fishbowl.
As a fish in the fishbowl, there's gratitude. I'm so happy that I have this life. But the fish tank is being shaken. Okay? So it's like this.
I want to get out of the fishbowl. I want to get out of the fish tank. It's always being shaken.
And you're this little fish in there, and you don't have control over the shakiness. And you can be grateful all you want over all the things that you have inside this.
Be grateful, little fish. Be grateful.
Fishbowl, but it's still being shaken. So there's still this experience you're having, okay, that you don't have control over. And this is the energies that are outside of us right now.
Energies.
Right? The energies that we're feeling. And then how it impacts you is maybe you're exhausted, maybe you're irritated, maybe you just feel really depressed, maybe you're feeling like you have no motivation to do things. I don't know how it's impacting you, but it is not something that you can get out of, right? And no matter how much positive thinking you do, or no matter how much gratitude you have, there is something happening that is outside of your own ability to control it. And what's happening right now on the planet, and this will continue to happen, is that we are learning how, first of all, to understand that we're not in control. And
the fish is continually being poisoned and shaken in the tank. This is what's happening.
More that we think we're in control, the more that we're going to be in a real massive state of suffering. So you got to start handing it over to something bigger than you.
Oh, of course, right, yeah. Don't take control of your own circumstances. Don't take responsibility. You've got to hand it over. Hand it over to who, Lorie? Let's see who we should be handing over our sovereignty to.
You. Right? You got to start praying. And
of course, praying, yeah. All those dead people, billions of dead people in graveyards down the years that were praying to survive and live. Yeah, it seems to work well, doesn't it, praying? Pray for something. You are the prey. So here we go. She's telling you, look, this is translated, guys, right? It flies under the radar, right? She's coming across very lovey-dovey and like understanding, but essentially the bottom line here is that don't take responsibility, just give your power away to a who? Saviour program, praying to God. And the God of this matrix is not going to help you. The God of this matrix is downright evil. The God of this matrix is AI. She's basically telling you to do nothing and just get in the flow, which essentially is don't do anything, don't push back.
And whether you're religious or not religious, praying is recognizing that the little you that has tried to be in control.
Little you, the little you're a fish. Do you notice the nuances and the examples that it's all really disempowering people. You're a little fish, you're just little you. Just pray. When you ingest so much of this information, that sinks into your subconscious mind and you become that. And this is why the people that listen to these people hang off every word that they say, because they're being made to be small, and these people are leading people away from their sovereignty.
For so long, doesn't know how to do this. And
you don't know how to do it. You're a small fish.
If we continue to think that we're going to be able to stop the shaking, we're going to miss what we're here to actually remember and understand.
Can you see what she's trying to say, guys? Stand down. Don't fight back. This is what they don't want us doing. They don't want us getting nasty, nasty crew. It's all about getting you passive, accepting your fate. This is what they're doing.
Which is that this evolution in human consciousness is about learning how to be in all of this and learning how to hand it over to something that's just bigger, that's got us. And
oh yeah, it's got us all right. All those people in Gaza Strip that are praying on a daily basis, it's got them, hasn't it? All the kids with terminal illnesses that are praying and their parents praying. It's got them, hasn't it? All the people starving without food, clean water that are praying. It's got them, hasn't it? Or are you going to tell us that God works in mysterious ways? I mean, at this stage of the game, I can't fathom. I mean, it comes down to hopium. I cannot fathom how people continue to think that praying works. You might get lucky, right? Something might come up in your life, right? And you might say a prayer and it will resolve itself. It doesn't mean that it's quote unquote God. It means that you either got lucky or you did something else whereby you changed the course of that timeline or whatever was going to happen, and then it worked in your favor. But not only that, praying is lazy. It's so lazy. Pray. I see it all the time on these videos. Oh, praying for you, praying for you. I mean, what does that do? It's like you might as well not even say that. Like if I get sick or something happens to me, I don't want people to pray for me. Honestly, it means nothing. It's just something people say. They probably don't even pray for the person. It's just lip talk. But this woman is purposely disempowering people and making them feel small, moving them out of their sovereignty and getting them to look at a saviour program. In this case, God.
There is a calm and a peace that can be found in the midst of that shake, okay? That isn't about you positive thinking. It isn't about you trying to find all of these just increase your frequency or just meditate into some sort of 5D state.
See, it's like a Trojan horse, right? Because she's kind of portraying that these new age concepts are, I don't know, she's kind of mocking them, right? Even though she's been promoting them for God knows how many years now. But at the same time, she's still basically telling people to do the same thing, but just repackaged. It's very clever what she's doing. And this is what I mean. Are people waking up to these new age concepts now and realizing that they're BS? And now she's trying to subjugate people using different words, using different buzzwords into doing the same thing, but just a different way. It's still the end result. Whether or not you are thinking positive, in gratitude, or you are in your flow and praying to God, the end result is the same. You have been taken out of your sovereign energy. You are now out of the game because you're going to stand down. You're just going to accept what happens. You're going to accept your lot. The end result is the same both ways, whether or not it's from path A or path B.
Or just change your emotions. That's a state of control. Right? It's still the little I trying to control everything. And
it just winds me up the way I've said this so many times, the way they just talk down to their audience. I mean, in a way, I don't want to sound bad, but in a way, the people, when you get caught in this new age haze, you are under a spell, right? It's spell casting, literally what it is. And there's a frequency that it puts you under. I call it like the false light frequency, where the lights are on but no one's home. And so you're very susceptible to being spoken to in this manner. But when you come out of it and you observe it as a third party from afar, just the energy that she's portraying, it's almost like, when people go to the light and then they get met with those robed people, right? And then they just hang off every word that they say. It's like she might as well be wearing a robe. It's that same kind of energy coming through.
Where we actually find the most amount of peace right now and the most amount of calm is handing it over. handing it over, whether you're handing it over to God, whether you're handing it over to Spirit, whoever you're handing it over to, whatever you're handing it over to.
Give your power away. That's what she's saying. She translated as give your power away. Don't step into your power. Give it away.
Handing it over to friends and to family members and sharing with them your experience. But not making you wrong. Not making it bad or you bad. Most people aren't talking about this. They're not talking about it because we live in a world that's programmed to not talk about it. This is the evolution in human consciousness. This is the spiritual battle that we are in. This is how we evolve as one collective frequency.
Right. Okay, so we're going to evolve by all of us getting in the flow, which is essentially, just think, love, and light. Is basically what it is. And that's not an expansion in consciousness. That's putting it in another cage, the New Age cage.
Collective consciousness. And the more that we believe the programming of don't complain by talking about it, don't share, the less empowered we are. The more these energies outside of us got us, they get us. So just think about that for a moment. The more you sit quietly with your own pain and suffering and depression, the more you say to yourself, there's something wrong with me, I shouldn't be feeling this, and I shouldn't share this with people. Because if I share it...
Yeah, okay, that's good, right? You need to acknowledge what's going on internally, but then the dump in the punch bowl or the rug pull is she's just telling you to do nothing or just to pray. So on the one hand, she's actually promoting taking some kind of action, but on the other hand, taking it at the back end is still the same. Just do nothing.
This, then it means that I'm a dark person or a negative person, or all that's doing is allowing these energies outside of us to keep us in that state of fear, in that state of woe is me, there's something bad or wrong with me.
Even fear, I mean, like, you can understand why some people feel that here, you know? It's crazy in this place.
With me, right? It just perpetuates that. And what we need to be doing is talking about the authenticity of what we're experiencing, just being authentic, being vulnerable, being okay with not being okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel lonely. It's okay to feel unmotivated. It's okay to feel any of it. Again, I want you to imagine that you're a fish in the fishbowl, and the fish tank is being shaken. Again. And you're feeling it all, and you're saying to yourself, I shouldn't be feeling this. I should just be positive all the time. I shouldn't be complaining. Just repeating what she just said. I should just force myself. It's like you're inside a fishbowl, and that bowl is being shaken. Have you lost your mind? Of course you're going to.
Can we address the fishbowl, Lorie? I mean, can we maybe ask the question, why are we in a fishbowl, or are we just going to miss that part out, the huge part out?
Feel what you're feeling. And the fish is like, no, I shouldn't be feeling those things. It's like, that doesn't even make any sense. Make that make sense. You're in a fish tank that's being shaken. The water's going all over the place, and you're not supposed to be feeling what you're feeling. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. You know, and I just really hope that we can start to recognize that we need each other more than ever right now. We need to be able to just share our struggles, what we're going through. It's intense. The more we pretend it's not, the more we ignore it and negate it bypass it, pretend, the more it has us. It's got us if we just pretend, if we try to, somehow, act like it's not there. This deep, deep programming.
I think she's been given a new script. I'm sure she has, or they have, realised that people are clocking on to all this being spiritual bypassing. And as I say, they're trying to negate their way through it with like double speak. So again, she's saying, don't bypass it, but when it comes to the solution, which should be, look, what we need to do is speak up, resist, take action, take self-responsibility, push back, have courage, the things that would impact the fishbowl to our favour. It's not that. It's get in the flow, pray to God. So it's still the end result.
Don't talk about it and it goes away. Or if you talk about it, you're making it worse. No. If the fish is going like this because the tank's being shaken, you think the fish talking about what it's experiencing is going to make the fish tank shaking worse? The fish isn't in charge of the shaking.
Can we do so? What do we do then? Do we talk about who is in charge of the shaking and what they're doing? Or we're not allowed to talk about that. We just talk about the shaking itself. It's very, very, very clever, very little nuances, but you blink and you miss them.
What it's in charge of is how it's responding to the shaking. You're responsible for how you're responding to what's happening. What that means is if you are beating yourself up, if you are trying to force yourself to not feel what you're feeling, if you are ignoring it,
I'm bored of her repeating herself, and I'm bored of the fish tank. Can we move on? We're nearly in a new segment in a minute, so just bear with it.
You are making it wrong or making it bad, you just want to pay attention to that. There is nothing freaking wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you.
This is what they do as well. They repeat things. You know how politicians repeat over and over again that we're free, and they say things like that. We're free, you're free, you're free, you're free to do this, you're free to... Well, repetition is a form of hypnosis. So the more they repeat something, the more it sinks into your subconscious and the more it becomes your belief system. This is why these new cages constantly repeat the same things.
There is nothing wrong with the fish that is in a tank that is being shaken. The entire planet is being shaken right now. It is intense, it is dark, it is heavy, it just is what it is.
Look at her, she seems to like it. She's got like that reptilian smile. It's dark, it's, it's almost like she's loving it, right? Like Tony Blair smiles or Bill Gates, it's like that fake, something else is smiling through her.
It is.
She's almost laughing. She's almost laughing. Can you spot that, guys? Let me know in the comments. Can you see what I'm seeing here? She's enjoying it. That's what she's doing. She's enjoying deceiving people. She thinks it's funny. This is what these demons do. They think it's funny. They're mocking. They're so arrogant with their mocking. That right there is so insincere. Let me know if you spotted that.
In a fish tank that is shaking. And you're looking around and there's all these fish that are trying to pretend that they're not in a fishbowl that is shaking crazily. Where one day you're fine and the next you're not. Where there's too much stimulation and you need to just find absolute quiet. Where your body, your physical body is experiencing things that you don't understand and you're blaming.
You don't understand anything. You're a little fish. Just pray to God. You're in a fish tank. The fish tank's rocking. You're just a fish though. Just sit in silence. Just accept. Don't push back. Don't question anything.
yourself, or you're trying to believe that if you somehow change your mind, that's going to stop the shaking on the planet.
Oh, don't do that. Don't. You don't want to change your mind about anything. Don't think about anything. Just get in the flow. Just sit in. Just find absolute quiet and just sit in the flow. That's gonna help. It's gonna do a lot for you.
It's not. What we're in right now is a moment that could be months or years, but it's a moment where we are realizing that the control that we thought we had, we don't have. And what we actually...
You don't have control. See? This is like NLP, guys. You don't have control. You're small. You're a fish. Pray to something else.
We have control over is our response to life. And the courage to be in that fishbowl. While I only have a few minutes. Worse? No. If the fish, you're in a fish tank, and what we actually have control over is our response to life. And the courage to be in that fishbowl while something else...
Are we allowed to look at solutions to get out the damn fishbowl? No talk of that at all.
Outside of the fish tank is shaking it. And a deep relaxation into something much bigger than the little fish that thinks that it's in charge of everything. And it realizes, wow, there is...
You're not in charge, guys. That's what she's telling you. You're not in charge. You're just a fish.
Something so much bigger happening, right, to this entire fish tank and all the water inside of it. And there's this beautiful, miraculous shift that's happening on the planet. And I got to get out of my...
So this was November. I'm waiting for the shift. When was that due to happen, Lorie? It's now July, and don't see any shift.
My little mind thinking that it's just about me trying to control everything, and that there may be some really big thing that's happening right now. And I'm learning every moment how to get through this, how to be in this, how to support other people through this, how to be there for other people, how to listen, how to pray.
Same things over and over and over again.
For people, how to pray for yourself, how to pray for this entire planet. The power of...
How's that working out? Again, we're 10 months on, assuming thousands and thousands of people prayed when you told them to pray. We can see now in real time what has changed, what shifted, and nothing. Wow, that really worked, Lorie. Great. I'm going to do more of that praying stuff. The people that watch these videos, that are subscribed, take on her advice to pray, and then 10 months down the line, do they look at the progress as to where they've come, how far they've come? Because when I work with people, what I love is seeing their progress. What they like is seeing their progress. Oh, I feel clearer. I don't feel so triggered. I feel more sovereign. My mindset's better. But do these people never monitor, okay, I'm listening to this woman. I'm listening to a lot of people that are saying these things. I'm going to see the net sum result over the next few weeks, months ahead, to see how far I've come with these tips, getting in the flow and praying, but there never is any results. In fact, a lot of people are worse. This is what I don't get. If I try a diet, or if I try taking on someone's information, or I don't know, a detox, I'm looking at okay, I tried this and these were the results. I tried this and these were the results. I felt better, I felt worse, I felt the same. And then from there you discern and you make conclusions. But the people that watch these videos, it's just hopium, 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 save your program, save your program, save your program, save your program, take no action, do nothing. You are going to get trounced upon. You are not moving forward. You are in a cul-de-sac to nowhere. And it's going to get a lot worse if you don't get out of these concepts.
Prayer right now. People need you. People need you. You need you. Right? We need to be more honest and authentic and vulnerable in
the irony,
what we're experiencing. And the more that we can do this, the more we will realize we're not alone. Right? And that we're not doing this alone, and that it's okay.
I think this is a journey that you take on your own. It very much is. When you look at the soul trick, like no one, like you have to make the right decisions. You have to discern. There is no team or people like this. We can research and look into things in this lifetime, and we can take on information using discernment and get help using discernment. But it's very much a solo journey. That's why I think that when you look at the word soul, what does soul mean? It means one person. So, yeah, I mean, you can take on board things for sure, but it's just having that discernment.
And we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Like, let's talk about it more and more and more. You know?
Let's talk
there's
about the
anger, there's irritability, there's frustration, there's exhaustion. There's also joy and peace and calm and gratitude. Everything is in that fishbowl. Everything's in.
Please shut up about the damn fishbowl. I'm so over the fishbowl. Anyone else out of the fishbowl? If you're over the fishbowl, let me know. I want to go back to Jerry Sargent's Rainbow Bridge. I want to get out of this fishbowl now.
In the fishbowl. Every experience that you ever get to have is in the fishbowl. Right? The entire quantum field is in the fishbowl. Everyone who feels...
Notice she never says that we go way beyond the fishbowl. They don't want you thinking that. They want your mindset very much in the fish. Isn't that some kind of NLP, like fishbowl? I'd need to look it up. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I heard it somewhere. But the analogy she's using, when you picture it, it very much sounds like NLP, doesn't it? Like just the image of you're picturing yourself as a small fish in a fishbowl that can't get out and that's being rattled around, but you're still in the fishbowl. You can talk about being in the fishbowl, but there's something very NLP about what she's talking about and the whole fishbowl thing.
Feels angry is not vaccinated. I was never vaccinated and I feel angry. So that is absolutely not true. Quite the statement, my friend. So in the fishbowl, there is the quantum field, which means that every experience...
I don't know what she just said then. I'm a bit careful to replay that because it's a sensitive topic on YouTube, but she did mention the poke. I don't know whether she was promoting it or some of them are anti, but they have to be seen to be anti to promote this horse shit, so people will buy into them.
That you could ever have is in there. Okay? And what's happening is that there is an evolutionary shift or shake.
Poor darn fish is probably absolutely smashed and completely dizzy from being shaken so much.
And that is what we are experiencing right now, right? That is the
Right.
that's the up and down, ins and outs.
Right. I know everything. You know nothing. Right.
And really, what we're being asked to look at or to become aware of is that, you know, there are a handful of sides to the awakening, like a diamond. Okay. And
Okay.
one
Right.
side of that diamond is, you know, awakening to the conspiracies that are true, the, you know, the government stuff and the pharmaceutical stuff and the, you know, all the stuff that you're learning about. That's just one side of the awakening. One. There are so many other sides to this awakening. And we have to start to open ourselves up to everything else that we are being asked to.
There are many strands in the web, least not the new cage and religion, Lorie, which is the side of the fence that you are on. And she's right, because, yeah, of course, you do wake up from the 3D physical corruption government, and then what happens is most people fall into this junk. And then they stay in this junk, and sometimes they never even get out of it. Or they can be in it for 5, 10, 15. I've had emails, guys, of people, they've been in this for like 25 years. I never forget the guy that emailed me once, and credit to him, he had a massive. It must have been a massive thing for him, but he had entire yoga school, and his email is like, I'll never forget it. He said, "Tony, I hate you, but I love you at the same time." Because when I first heard your information, obviously I own a yoga school. A lot of my concepts here are New Age. We've been doing a lot of New Age stuff for 25 years. And then when I heard your videos, I absolutely couldn't stand you, hated what you were saying. But there was something that wouldn't leave me about what you were saying, and which is the resonance of truth. And he said I couldn't deny it any longer, so I had to go with where the information took me. And we ended up having a session in the end, and he told me like how he's changed the concepts within his school and more in alignment. And yeah, credit to him. But he got out of it after 25 years. But some people will stay in this until they pass over, which is the danger. Because that's when they'll get you with the angelic beings and the guides and all these concepts of non-judgment and everything else that they promote. So,
just become aware of in this awakening. And a real big piece of this awakening is, first of all, not just to focus on all the stuff that you're learning about the dark entities and.
Yeah, don't look at where it's coming from, the entities. Don't focus on that. They don't want that. See another little subtle rug pull there. Yeah, of course. They really don't want you looking at the astral and the entities where this whole damn thing's coming from.
And aliens and reptilians and the government doing this and the Illuminati and all that stuff.
Don't look at that stuff.
That's just there as part
there.
of it.
It's just there.
But you're being called to come into soul.
You're being called to come into flow. Well, don't look at reptilians. Don't look at entities. Don't look at the astral. Don't look at soul trick. Right? Just you're being called. You're being called. You're so special. You're so special. You're being called. You just come into your flow. Come into your silence. Horseshit. Dangerous.
You're being called to connect to God. You can call God whatever you want. If you want to call it source, call it source.
AI demon. Yeah. Source code AI. These people are so dangerous. Makes my blood boil. And they come across like butter wouldn't melt in their mouth with their fake reptilian smiles. They know exactly what they're doing.
but it's much bigger than this very confined human experience. And it's an aspect of you. And so, one of the biggest parts of this awakening right now that you're in is the reintroduction or reintroducing of yourself to soul, which is in here. And you're going to be pummeled into soul more and more and more.
Pummeled into soul. Does that sound off to you? It's like being forced back into your body against your will, pummeled into your soul. Like, there's a darkness about that sentence there. Do you notice that? Let me know. Did you notice that? The wording there, pummeled into your soul. Like, she could have just said, look, there's probably going to be some tough times ahead and more challenges ahead. And it's going to be, it's going to be a challenge for your soul. But to say you're going to be pummeled into your soul, there's something very evil in that sentence.
I gotta go, but just be gentle with yourselves. Really.
Just be gentle with yourselves after being told that you've been pummeled into your soul. These people are just clowns, I swear. 184,000 people hanging off her word. Right, yeah. See through you. All of you. We're all starting to see through you. And we're not going to stand down. We're not going to not get angry. We're not going to not defend ourselves. Whatever you are behind the mask, we are not. We are sovereign. We are coming into our power. And we see your deceptions and your games and your tricks. More and more people every day. And we're not just going to accept it any longer.
Really.
And we will get nasty if we need to.
Be honest, be authentic, be raw, be vulnerable. Don't hide, don't pretend.
And don't even come at us with that BS. Miss Lorie Inauthentic Ladd, disempowering people, telling people to pray to some fake demon AI god that's never going to help them and is feeding on our energy and telling people not to look at where this is all coming from. You're the inauthentic one. You and your kind.
And because the more that you can be fully vulnerable and transparent around what you're experiencing, you are gifting other people that same opportunity. But if you just pretend that everything's fine because that's just the way the world works, then the next person that's coming up and really wants to express themselves isn't going to feel like they can, because then they're going to play in the program as well. There's nothing wrong with describing what it feels like to be inside a fishbowl and the fishbowl is shaking and you're just in it experiencing.
Guys, like, this has to be hypnosis. This has to be NLP. Like, you cannot... Why would you possibly keep repeating that analogy so many times in a video? It has to be some kind of mind control monarch programming going on. It's uncanny. It's uncanny the amount of times that she mentions the friggin' fishbowl.
Seen it. So experience the shaking of the fishbowl right now. You're inside of something. It's called an evolutionary shift in human consciousness. And all the energy around you is the shaking. And you're just responding or reacting to that shaking. Right? So be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others, and really open yourself to others right now. People need love and support.
Anyway, she's finished now. I can't stand these people. I really can't. Doesn't matter how many times I do this, I end up getting angry, which is okay, right? It's okay to be angry. Righteous anger. I'm angry at these people for deceiving thousands of people knowingly and leading them to a very dark, much worse place where essentially these people could well be recycled back here. And then who knows from there with this digital stuff coming in. Consciousness transference. Like, this is no joke, guys. Like, what these breakdowns, there's a funny element to it, but these are no jokes. If you're new and this is the first video that you watch, you have to be open to what I'm saying, because these people are dangerous. And anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and share this around, guys. You know, people need to hear it. And I'll see you on the next video. You take care of yourselves.